Before he disappeared, Ray Gricar made a deliberate choice. He destroyed his own computer hard drive. Investigators never recovered the data, and they never located the laptop it came from. That decision, quiet, intentional, and final, has become the central unresolved fact in a disappearance that still resists explanation. Ray Gricar served as Pennsylvania's Attorney General for nearly 2 decades. He was known as private, methodical, and cautious. Colleagues described him as someone who avoided unnecessary attention and documented his work carefully. He was not impulsive nor prone to dramatic gestures, which makes the circumstances of his disappearance especially difficult to reconcile. In April 2005, Gricar took a day away from work. He drove through central Pennsylvania, stopping at an antique store and later eating alone at a diner. He paid in cash, spoke briefly with staff, and left without incident. No one who encountered him that day reported unusual behavior or distress. Several days later, Gricar's car was discovered parked near a river. It was intact, undamaged, and carefully placed. Inside were personal items, but no laptop. There was no note and no sign of a struggle. The scene did not suggest urgency or violence, only that the car had been left there intentionally. When investigators searched Gricar's home and office, they confirmed the laptop was missing. They also learned the hard drive associated with it had been deliberately destroyed earlier. Not erased, not misplaced, physically damaged beyond recovery. No copy of the data was ever found. Hard drives are not destroyed accidentally. Removing and damaging one requires time and intention. Gricar had reportedly erased sensitive information before, but what distinguished this case was the timing. The destruction occurred shortly before he disappeared, creating a direct link between missing data and missing person. Authorities suggested Gricar may have taken his own life by entering the nearby river, but extensive searches failed to recover a body, clothing, or physical evidence confirming he entered the water. The theory exists largely because no alternative explanation has been proven, not because it has been conclusively supported. If Gricar planned to disappear, he left behind money, identification, and no clear escape trail. If he intended to die, there was no note, no remains, and no preparatory behavior consistent with that outcome. Either scenario requires accepting that a careful planner executed an incomplete plan. The laptop has never been recovered. The hard drive has never been reconstructed. Investigators have acknowledged that whatever data was destroyed could have clarified his state of mind, his professional concerns, or his next steps. Without it, key lines of inquiry remain permanently closed. This case does not hinge on geography or timing. It hinges on information that was intentionally removed from the record. The destruction of the hard drive ensured that certain questions could never be answered, regardless of how thoroughly the disappearance itself was investigated. Ray Gricar disappeared without witnesses, without evidence of violence, and without the data that might explain his final decisions. Whether his absence was voluntary or forced depends on information that no longer exists. And that absence, carefully preserved, may have been the point